Welcome back to the Back Nine coverage of Round 2 of the 2020 Down East Players Cup, presented by Basket Bashers. I'm Brian Earhart, joined here yet again by Nathan Queen, walking us through the property here. What's up, man?
How's it going, guys? Looking forward to this Back Nine. We have Ricky with a pretty hot start on the front, Uli hanging in there along with me, and Dan struggling a little bit.
Yeah, we've seen Dan kind of have some really uncharacteristic mistakes. I think on a course that does allow him to throw a lot of sidearms. Just had a couple of missed putts and a weird 3-putt that really kind of lost him some strokes. Thanks again for supporting Gatekeeper Media, and make sure to subscribe to them on YouTube. And yeah, we have kind of a star-studded card here.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dan, he might have slightly of a disadvantage with the other three of us being out on tour dealing with open and wind a little more often. So this course has some more open and some more wind, and that could be showing. Here, hole 10, the orange arrow you saw there on the tree is a Mando, 300 feet. You have to go left of that Mando. One of the stranger holes on the course. It's probably my least favorite. The only line to really get to the basket is to the right of that Mando tree. So it makes it's super hard to reach, and you kind of have to see, even with that roller, that's about how he meant to throw it, and he still circle two's edge there.
And that is such a niche frisbee that he threw there, and you tried to make the inside hyzer work and sawed it off out of bounds.
Yeah, just a bit too much hyzer on it. And I missed that Mando, and I'll be going to the short tee for a drop zone.
Ricky trying going with a, looks like a forehand cut roller with a Firebird.
And there you see my disc inside the circle that missed the Mando.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Dan trying to go with a little wider hyzer flick, but as you can see, that canopy is just a little thick.
Yeah, that's more the line I was looking for, but that's still, it doesn't really put you there. So this is me throwing 3 from the short tee. I'll have no problem getting the bogey there, but on this short of a hole, even with the strange angle, a bogey doesn't feel good.
Exactly. And there's Dan flicking a Challenger, putting it to about 15 feet. Yeah, I honestly think it's an interesting shape of the hole because the best shot of the card is Uli throwing a disc that... Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me.
Uli with the anti-birdie putt from about 70 feet or so. Incredible birdie. He probably gained strokes on the entire pro field right there.
Yeah, a tough hole to access, it looks like, and Dan taps into 3, and it sounds like from the way you're describing it, really not a hole you're losing strokes on if you par.
No, definitely not. It's so hard to reach that you pretty much have to throw it in like Uli did or have a long putt like that.
And after you tap in a bogey, we are going to move on to hole number 11.
Yeah, par 4, 632 feet. One of the better par 4s on the course. This tree that's down in the middle right there, or cut in the middle right there, is recently gone, so it opens it up just a bit more. Tree you got to miss off the tee, and then once you on the way up to the green, you kind of want to land on that upslope to make sure you don't go too long and into the OB creek behind it.
And the gold disc that Uli's throwing, to me, appears to be a more recent addition to his bag. I actually don't know what disc that is that he's throwing.
I'm not quite sure what it is either, but he puts it in a great spot on the right side of the fairway.
Yeah, smooth looking drive there.
I believe this is a Halo Destroyer out of Rick here. And he finds a little bit of a wet spot, but is further than the rest of us will be.
Yeah, exactly. Dan going a hyzer flip turn with something. I believe that's a Zeus that he's throwing. Solid shot.
Looks like this is that Glow Boss that I'm going with again. Get a good rip on it. That's about all I've got.
Nice and stable. Put it in play. And again, with 632 being the length of the hole, you don't need to bite off that much.
And Dan kind of taking this backdoor left side over there. Gets a little bit of an unfortunate roll, but he's still only about 20 feet away.
Yeah, it's a great shot. And you're going with the standstill here.
Yeah, it's a little spongy. I didn't really want to risk planting and slipping. I've got a pretty good standstill. I've got a Star Colt in my hand. And I catch that tree, and kicks me a little further away. I'm still inside the circle for a birdie look.
I believe that's a ringer out of Yuli's hand that he just flicked.
Yeah, such a smooth forehand.
Yeah.
No wobble, just straight line right up to inside the circle.
The self-proclaimed best forehand inside of 280. Yuli puts it by the basket. Ricky as well, sticking it close to the green.
So I'm about circle's edge here, putting up the hill. Got OB behind it, but I'm not really thinking about it.
Nice putt. Great birdie.
Yeah, that one felt great. I like hitting those circle's edge putts, especially up high like that, because my typical miss is low, so it felt good to hit that one so solid.
Puts a little pressure on Yuli here. 25 feet.
Yeah.
No problem. He will take another birdie.
And pending any disastrous mistakes here, it looks like we're going to have a star frame.
Foreshadowing? Okay. No disastrous mistakes. Star birdie for the card. And we will move on to hole number 12.
Yeah, 241 feet. You'll see some righty sidearms with mid-ranges, maybe up to a fairway. You don't want to get moving too fast because there is that same OB creek from the behind the last basket, also behind this basket. Pretty simple hole. There's one tree you got to miss in the middle.
And Yuli is going with the fairway driver, throwing a raptor.
He's got around the tree to miss. Pushes a little bit long inside the circle, though.
And more times than I've seen in years past, Ricky has been leaning on these slower discs for forehands, like on even longer shots as well. It's a great shot that he just threw.
Dan as well, going up to a fairway driver and just skipping right to the basket, using that forehand speed real well.
What are you throwing here?
This is my Star Gator. I get kind of a dead skip
Yeah.
there. It was looking really good, and I am just outside or maybe just inside, right around circle's edge. Same putt as last time.
Nice birdie.
Able to bring it in again.
4 out of the last 5 holes. You will move to 5 under par, 14 under total for the tournament. Oh no!
Yeah, that's something you never want to see there. That was a great putt. I mean, it was, if we're gonna pick it apart, it was a little high and a little hot, but there's no reason that shouldn't have stayed in the basket.
It's just a lot of modern baskets these days are designed to catch the hard putt in the middle, and that's just an unfortunate break there for Ricky. Yuli gets his 6th birdie in a row. The double turkey, the elusive double turkey happened. He moves to 7 under par for the round.
And Dan trying to bring it back a little bit now. He's 2 down on the back 9 after that even front. And moving on to hole 13, 295 feet. This is the gap that I thought you meant you needed to go through off of the tee. And it's, just hit that gap and go up to the basket. However, once we started playing, I found out that there was a flag off to the left, and you could go through this gap on the left side.
Definitely a veteran move there.
So it opens up that forehand, and Yuli just parks it.
That's going to be his 7th birdie in a row.
Working on the 8-pack. Dan deciding to go the same line, just kind of fluffs it, though. He didn't really snap his wrist there. I was all confused and didn't know what to do. Took the normal tee pad and slipped when I threw. I got lucky and snuck up there. I'm just outside the circle, but not quite what you want.
Ricky just going big spike hyzer yet again with a Firebird.
Yeah, Ricky doesn't care if there's a line here, I guess. He's just going to go over top.
He's going to be about 20, 25, it looks like. Here's Dan from circle 2.
Maybe outside of circle 2. He's pretty far away. The wind gives it a big drop there. It had a good line on it, though.
That one stuck. He was happy about that one. A little bit weak side for Ricky. Great birdie putt.
It could have been on purpose to miss the pole.
Yeah, and knowing him and how precise he is, I would not doubt that.
So I'm going for 3 circles edge putts in a row here.
Oh, just off the bottom tray.
Just a bit low. You can see I wasn't real happy about it with that pickup there.
Still graceful. It was still a graceful mini pickup. We've seen many clumsy ones in the past.
I have picked it up aggressively like that and let go on accident before, so.
Uli's going to tap in his 7th birdie in a row. And here's Dan for a par.
Yeah, so a couple birdies, couple pars there. Me and Dan are both definitely wanting to get that birdie. Moving on to, in my opinion, the best par 4 on the course, 576 feet. Real tight gap off the tee into possibly a headwind, maybe not. It kind of depends on when you throw. You've kind of got the OB on the left side, flags, and wood line all the way on the right. Once you get to the end of the wood line, hard dog leg right. That's easy to push long on your upshot. So you kind of got to cut off the corner, which brings in those trees in play as well.
Uli going something a little flippy on a pure Annie. Still fast enough to check up at the end, and that should be a decent spot.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want. And we're throwing after about a 15, 20-minute backup here because this gap is so tight. So it's it is kind of the backup hole. Ricky's a bit inside there, doesn't touch any of the trees and gets out.
Dan just does not get the flip he wants early enough.
Yeah, he was fortunate to not kick further into the woods, but he's still not going to be in a good spot.
And kind of made a similar mistake, just didn't quite get the ante on the drive.
Yeah, I'm in about a foot away from Ricky's disc there, so we're in a pretty similar spot.
Something dropped out of the tree, honestly.
And Dan just pitching out so he can try to have a chance to save his 4. This is about where you'd prefer to be on the drive.
That's still a huge sidearm you have to throw.
Yeah, and he gets past the edge and gets around the corner a little bit. He'll have a circle 2 putt to save his par there.
Ricky eyeing up the blind corner. It's all about depth perception at that point. The OB behind it, you can't screw that up. And he's going to go with a backhand turnover.
Yeah, which is, I believe, is the play. To go with the forehand, it's too spiky and you can't really get it around that corner. With that backhand, if he gets it up high enough, the wind will push it and keep it carrying left to right. I believe he had a putter in his hand and picked up a rock. Doesn't quite get it wide enough.
Close.
Yeah, really close. He did kind of stay on the edge there, and I think he'll still have a look. Kind of a harder shot for me to get inside like Ricky did. If I were to miss inside, it would have just gone into the woods. So I get it out and just kind of, I have a long look if I want to take it, but probably a par.
Ooh, and Uli kind of throws his a little too high.
I believe he did that on purpose. That's about what you want to do.
It's a great stall shot then.
Yeah, just stall it back out. I don't want anything to do with that 100-footer.
Exactly.
Just lay it up. So Ricky, after on the edge, running it down.
Oh my gosh. That is classic Ricky Wysocki, the ultimate scrambler. We're going to rewind that, I guess.
Scramble
and
shot.
And he knew it right
scramble
away.
Shot, birdie.
You got to love having the perfect speed, too, to drop it in weak side.
Yeah, great play from Ricky there. Just doing Ricky things.
Yeah.
Dan with another opportunity from circle 2 to save his par.
Great putt. So solid.
Yeah, using that banger GT outside the circle, just he's got it lined up.
And Yuli's going to get 8 birdies in a row now.
Yeah, and he's showing you how you're supposed to birdie it. That was threw it in the middle.
Flex sidearm and then a stall sidearm. Solid shot.
Yeah, great play from Uli there. So 8 birdies in a row to stick only 2 strokes behind. I've fallen off a little bit to 5 strokes behind second place. And Dan down there around, I believe he's 2 down for the round. So hole 15, pretty similar to hole 3 here. 355 feet, slightly uphill. And you are going to be dealing with that wind again. kind of a tail left to right, I believe, at this point. Once you hit the gap, you just kind of want it to carry straight.
And it looked like Uli might have been throwing a comet there.
And unfortunately, he does fade out of bounds. I don't know if the wind didn't stand it up.
Not quite sure. Ricky going driver flex, and that will take 2 strokes if he can tap that in.
Yeah, he was nervous. He threw that too hard, but clearly he threw it just right. And Dan kind of burning over his sidearm here and goes OB early. Does not have a chance, really, to save his par. I've got a Star Thunderbird in my hand here. And
decent looking line.
Yeah, let this one go pretty well. They were calling for it to go in. I knew it was going to be short of going in, but it was that's what I was looking for.
Dan's going to chip up a zone. He'll be 15. And Uli actually does have a chance to save his par here.
Yeah, you can hear that wind moving. So even though this is inside the circle, it is not a give me putt.
Yep, just off the top.
Yeah, you could see the wind kind of get a hold of it, lift it up. I've got a headwind coming back here. And that's one of the quicker. My putter usually doesn't move that fast towards the basket. I put a little more on that, try to counteract the wind.
As you move to 6 under par, Ricky is going to tap in a 3. That doesn't seem right. Did he get a 3 on that one?
No, that was a 2.
Okay. So that was a birdie, and he will move, I believe, to 9 under par for the round.
And Dan falling back to 1 under with that bogey. Struggling out here in the wind a little bit. It seems like his drives aren't coming off as crisp as they were when we were at during round 1. So hole 16, 310 feet. Again, hitting this gap through the woods. If you do kick into the ditch where the gap is at, then it is OB. Gonna see putters and mid-ranges here.
Yeah, Ricky going just pig straight at it. Simple.
Yeah, no problem there at all. I'll be going with a Star Mako 3 again here. And there was... Chains usually don't bother me, but there was somebody that either... I don't know how close they were to the basket, but something hit chains real hard in my backswing there, and I kind of yanked it a little bit, but I'm still right around circle's edge.
Uli going ringer, and that's going to be just inside the bullseye right there. And there's a sidearm from Dan. Yeah, just a little bit off. Just been a little bit off all around.
Just a little off, comes up short and gets a little roll into some brush over there.
Come on, man.
And you knew that right out of your hand.
I knew it out of my hand. There I am missing low like I brought up earlier.
Yeah. And another low putt from Dan. He's frustrated. You can totally tell. And Uli grabs another birdie.
Yeah, fixing the basket there, getting it high enough, making sure Ricky's going to get his too.
And there's another birdie for Rick. I believe he's going to move to 10 under par for the round. And it's kind of hard to catch him when he's just playing so simple.
Yeah, there's not much you can do whenever the leaders playing no bogeys. There I am talking to myself about it, trying to figure out why I'm hitting the cage.
And we're going to move into hole number 17, par 4, 552 foot. Pretty wide open drive here. What is the danger on this hole, Nathan?
There's really not much. 552 foot, wide open to this green.
Just
Ricky,
let it rip.
Yeah, Ricky kept telling the cameraman to back up because he's going for the basket here. For most players, it's just throw it 400 feet and have a pretty simple upshot.
And Ricky has put a move on this drive. That's got to keep coming back left.
Yeah, he turns it over just a bit to get to the basket, but...
That's a jump putt and potentially an eagle look if he wants it.
He's still right there at it.
Uli trying to put a little bit too much juice on it. Luckily, stays in bounds.
Yeah, he picked one of the better holes to throw his worst drive of the round because he'll still have a chance for birdie there.
Definitely. Star Boss out of your hand, gets a lot of speed early. Consistent crash to the right. That's a good spot.
That's all I'm looking for. I've just got a little Colt or putter up to the basket from there. Dan with another slip.
Man. These turf pads are just not kind to him today. Luckily, he got a full flex out of that shot.
Yeah, he's still got a lot on it. Just a little nose up, but he's still way up there. So Uli, after a really bad drive, still has a pretty good look to get up to the basket.
Wow, what a move.
And he puts it inside 15 feet there.
Great shot. Oh, just off the tray with the soft zone.
And Dan, after the slip, going to tap in his birdie.
Nice little wristy backhand from you.
Yeah, just kind of touching it around the corner. Ricky had a low ceiling there, so he couldn't, well, he still ran it, but he couldn't give it as much of a run as he wanted to.
There's another birdie for Ricky, and it should be no problem for the rest of the card.
I remember.
Yeah, we should have another star frame here going into the last hole.
Yep.
Another birdie for Uli.
And then Dan, after tapping the cage, he'll be able to get to 2 down again for the round. You can see Uli and Rick pulling away from us there. I'm kind of hanging in there, off by myself. Hole 18, great finishing hole, 377 feet. You can see the parking lot off to the right is OB. You just kind of got to carry it straight. There should be a headwind left to right on this hole. There is a Mando as well off to the right that you have to stay left of. Ricky looks as though he is right at that Mando tree. We didn't know what happened off the tee. We get up there and realize he's beside it.
Oh my gosh, what a shot from Uli. I'm actually not sure what that white disc was. I thought it was a Comet, but I don't think Uli goes Comet on a 377-foot hole.
No, it was definitely some sort of driver, and he just straight lined it exactly how you want.
Flipped up to flat to fade yet again. I like to call that the Climo line. That's such a clean-looking shot.
Yeah, beautiful shot. I kind of fade off to the right and get lucky and stay inbounds at least. Dan kind of floats his up, and he'll fade off to the left and splash down into it is inbounds, but he found some water. So Ricky here, that's the Mando tree. We are trying to decide if it's the sign or the tree that acts as the Mando to know if he has missed the Mando or not.
So he's safe.
So yes, we deem that he has not missed the Mando.
Oh my gosh.
And he gets this crazy little flex Annie around and gets it inside the circle to have a chance to save his
backwards
three.
patent pending. That takes so much balance and flexibility to be able to make that shot happen. And here you are. How far are you from the basket on this
I
one?
think I was about 50 feet or so. I've got to look through these trees, but I do have a headwind again right here. It felt good out of the hand.
Oh, just low off the tray. there you are in the background, just hanging your head.
Yeah, I knew. I wasn't upset that I missed it, but I felt I made it out of my hand, and the wind just didn't quite keep it up long enough. Dan splashing in the last hole because he gets to take his shoes off. Doesn't quite pay off for him, but he will get his par.
And that's a sick save from Ricky.
Yeah, incredible save there to shoot 11 down for the round. Pulling away from the majority of the field after Uli from 7 on, birdie and everything except for one hole, also shooting 11 down to keep pace with Ricky there.
3 bogeys to shoot an 11. That's very impressive. We're going to have a duel in the third round, huh?
Yeah, just 2 strokes apart, I believe.
And Dan shooting a 2 under there. You can tell he's probably happy for this round to be over.
Yeah, 2 under's not what you want out here. And I'm tapping in for my 7 down, which it was a decent round. You don't want any of those bogeys, and I had a few missed putts too.
And there you have it for round number 2. We have 1 round left, and we will see you there. Again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to Gatekeeper Media on YouTube. We're going to continue to bring fantastic disc golf content to you all for years to come. Nathan, we will see you in round 3.
We'll see you guys out there.